Wonderful, right? Wonderful. New energies are almost here. So the celebration, sometimes the littlest things, the littlest celebrations in the midst of what's going on in the world right now. I know all y'all, not all y'all, but most of you have been feeling not only personal stuff, but tapping into global anxieties, global energies. And I'm just here to say to you this week, it's going to be more about purging and letting go. Okay, we're not quite there yet. We're not into the energy yet of renewal. Easter is about renewal. Easter is about rising from the ashes, right? Rising from an unconscious place, moving into consciousness. And this week is going to be a real experiment for yourself, trying things on, allowing things to come up, and just sort of embracing that energy. Whatever has been pushed down over the course of the last couple of years, maybe even longer than that, is now making its presence known. So before we get to the new beginning, there's still some stuff that needs to come out. There's still some things that need to be released, cleansed. This would be a terrific week to do a lot of cleansing. You might want to do a 7-day cleanse or something like that. You might want to do Julia Cameron's morning pages. Just get up and put that pen in your hand and write for 3 whole pages. 3 8 by 11, okay? 3 pages. Keep your hand moving. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Julia Cameron wrote a great book called The Writer's Way. And it's what's coming into being is I'm feeling a combination of the things that were good, right? The things that were uplifting, the things that were empowering, the things that have been happening, the silver linings, the connection to other people, the generosity, right? There's some beautiful things that are happening. Every Friday we are doing a live on the channel, and anybody who donates, or any money that's donated during those lives, is going to be donated. I will match those funds and donate to first responders or a food bank or something along those lines, okay? So we can do things to help each other. And just know that the energy, this is still Pluto Chiron, the healer. The Pluto conjunct Jupiter energy, that's still going on for the rest of this year. We're going to hit it really hard in June again, and then again in November, until the real renewal of these things coming together happening in December. But you guys are on a faster path because y'all are healers, y'all are teachers. You're on a faster path. Okay, so this week is really purging, and then what you're doing is you're clearing the way for the new vision. Clearing away. Removing the things that need to be removed. Creating harmony through balance. This is the Gaia deck. Liberation. Breaking free from a negative attachment. Indeed. The dream. Something is revealed. Insight. Breakthrough. So this, I've gotten the Judgment card a bunch of times. And what I want to say to you guys is this is a function, how much breakthrough you have is a function of how connected you get. So that's why I've been asking about meditation practices, beginning that if you have it, to expand it. Breaking free of negative patterns, negative patterns with relationships. So a lot of people interpret that to be, I'm going to slam the door on this thing, right? I'm going to slam it. I'm going to not talk, ugh. But the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. And what I'm truly saying to you is The true release is about being indifferent to that thing that has hooked you in the past. It no longer hooks you. You just don't feel it anymore. That's how you know you've healed something. That's how you know you're done with something. You learn the lesson, you keep that part with you, they keep the positive part with you, right? Just like the universe, the world is happening right now. We're purging the old things that don't work. We're going to keep some things that do work. And then we're going to create something new, right? Completely new. And these other things that have been serving us will stay because they're part of the new, right? A lot of times those things that have been serving us, we're trying to bring in the new all this time, trying to bring in the new. But this is the moment of renewal, of raising up from an unconscious place into a higher level of consciousness, right? That is the Jesus story. That is the Easter story. Passover, protection, right? Was it yesterday? I don't know. Yeah, Saturday. Saturday, I put a video up about protection. Passover story, right? The angel of death passed over their homes. So go back and look at that video on Saturday. It is about putting that bubble of light around you, whether it's white light or golden light. It's healing, it's protective, it's loving. It allows loving energy to come in, loving energy to go out to people. No lower vibration stuff can come in. That's just not where you are anymore, okay? So this week is going to be about things coming up for you that are still in need of some attention. Pay attention to your dreams over this week. If you don't already pay attention to your dreams, I would suggest journaling your dreams. Most definitely. Because as you break free from this negative attachment and you clear the thing, there's space now. There's space for a higher level of consciousness. There's space for new people, new relationships, new ways of looking at the world, new ways of being. So that's why I'm doing the spiritual business class is happening starting tonight. We're going to close registration at 5 p.m. on Monday, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to learn all the things we've learned about building this particular channel, making video, publicizing your book, whatever you need to do to get yourself further out there to build your platform, come and join us. The link is below for that. So you're creating harmony through balance, through your own inner balance, and then things can be released. Liberation. All right, this is a number 25 card, which is a 7. A 7 is a very spiritual number. All right, liberation. Whether you realize it or not, you have become too emotionally attached or dependent on something or someone, or you have allowed or inadvertently caused someone to get too emotionally attached to you. What at first seemed like a healthy relationship or interest now seems to be taking over your life, or is creating too much codependence. A situation that initially seemed like a positive has now revealed its negative side. I've been getting the Lovers and Devil right next to each other. That's what that is, okay? And also, those are the things that need to be purged. So it's about embracing the shadow side of things, right? The polarity of things. When you come into union with yourself, the yin yang is about the dark and the light. It's about embracing the polarity, not about rejecting it, not about pushing it down. No. This is in effect like a form of addiction. The Devil card. You are advised to examine this issue and then create some space between you. For your sake and the sake of others, you must do whatever it takes to break free from this negative emotional attachment. Initially, this may cause some resentment and even a sense of panic, but the end result will be worth it. When you manage to emotionally detach yourself from this issue, you will have learned a valuable lesson, and this will serve you well. I'm going to insert this in the new earth. Okay? So attachment is the thing that makes us so unhappy. You might be attached to a belief that you have that this relationship should be X. And I see that a lot with twin flames. They believe it should be X. And so the pain is caused because that's not the purpose of the relationship. Whatever is being held on to is not the purpose of it. So that needs to be released. It doesn't mean it can't become that in the future, but you're holding on to what it must be is what's causing resistance for being what it truly is, which could be better than what you have in your head. Have you considered that? The letting go of the image of this relationship or this experience. It's only what you can create in your head. Like you don't have the template for the new thing yet. All right, that's what's going on with the collective. A lot of people are tapping into twin energy because one of their pieces of their mission is to release old limiting patterns. And one of them is limiting beliefs about what a relationship can be. So that's why we're holding on to things that are no longer serving us. So it's time for that to go. The dream, you'll soon break free from a situation that has been causing you concern. Something will be revealed either in a dream or through someone you know and trust. The information you receive will give you an insight into something that has remained hidden from you for some time. This will be a big relief for you as you realize that all your concerns and fears were unnecessary and unfounded. All is well. However, do not forget this episode, for it is a recurring theme with you. The next time you are unsure of something, try to refrain from jumping to conclusions which are not based in fact. Also pay attention to your dreams to try to remember them as you wake up. With time, you will intuitively learn their symbolic language. This message has been floating around in your dream state for some time. You're basically releasing the unconscious wall that you have. Completely releasing that. That's what this week is about. Okay? So I'm going to do one of these. This is Denise Lynn's deck. I'll do one of these and then a few tarot cards just for where we are, where we're going, okay? Which I think we've just been talking about, but let's reinforce it, okay? Finding sanctuary. This is the week that you're cool with being in quarantine because soon it will be lifted. As you stop resisting quarantine, whoever is resisting quarantine, that may not be all of you. All right, because I'm not resisting. I'm enjoying myself, and super grateful for what I have. But this is the week to be releasing whatever you're resisting, whatever's upsetting right now. Look it right in the face. I love you too. Look it right in the face. You're all part of me. This is all part of me. And then it loses it. You ever have somebody in your life that you're just like, they just get you or something like that. And then you go on with your life and you see them maybe sometime in the future or something like that. And you see them in your, you've grown a lot, and whether they have or they haven't doesn't matter. It's just sort of like, oh, don't care. That's what you're looking for. That's the release of this pattern of attachment. When you're in that place with a person or a situation or whatever, that's attachment. Because you can still flow love. You can still be, have a partner and all that kind of stuff. But attachment is the thing, right? Negative attachment. There's positive attachment, which allows for freedom, which allows for being in a relationship that is allows growth for both people. We emotionally support each other, but there's no codependence, right? There's emotionally happy, joyful, positive attachment. I still don't like that word because attachment to me feels unhealthy. That's what the devil card is. That's what that energy is about. It's an unhealthy attachment. It is an addiction because it feels comfortable. It feels like what it felt like when you were growing up. So this is one of the things to teach you that if you have unhealthy attachments in relationships, which most of us do, and it's not a one and done. Don't think you watch this video and you're like, oh, I am free of that, right? It's like, no, It's an ongoing process. But every time it comes around, I always feel like it's a spiral. Every time it comes around, you're in a higher level of consciousness, right? If you're pursuing personal growth in this lifetime, which you probably are if you're even this far in this video, otherwise I would sound like wah, 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 wah. Like you wouldn't even understand what I'm saying. You wouldn't even understand it. I mean, not that I am in some kind of special place. That's not real. I'm saying to you that in alignment of moving forward in personal growth, you guys are all in alignment with me. In fact, some of you are big teachers. Part of my job is to be some of the energy that helps you wake up to your true potential. All right. So for the collective, please, for those watching, Two of Swords. That's what's going on right now. Queen of Swords. Woo, I like it. All right, opportunity. Opportunity, Nine of Pentacles. Nice and confident. So I'm going to do some more stuff, but this is where we are. And the positive of this is I'm only listening to what's inside me. I'm not letting anybody else's ideas come toward me. I'm just listening. I'm just listening. I'm not letting anything in other than my connection. Right? A lot of quarantine is about being alone, about being reflective, about creating harmony through balance, yin and yang, about doing your meditation, about doing your morning pages, right? The situation is now you're going to start seeing clearly, because in this one, you had no vision, right? You were coming from ground zero. You had no vision. Now with the Queen of Swords, you have vision, my darlings, okay? This is what's going to be happening as we move into the new moon. Over the course of this week, there's still more purging to do. The opportunity is this: confident, stable, happy, supported. Yeah. All right. Message from the universe. Oops, I got two here. Woo. Okay. There's still a lot of holding on. There's still a lot of feeling disempowered, not feeling in control of your own life or your own self or anything. You feel buffeted around by things, holding on too much to old things, too much to old belief systems, especially about money and prosperity. That needs to be purged. Something about how you deal with money, and also that you might not be seeing that true wealth. And I don't mean dollars necessarily, but true wealth is about opening to your spiritual source. That's what this is saying to you, okay? How do we get here? Knight of Cups. A lot of you are on the path of relationship and romantic attachment in order to learn this stuff, it's not just about the relationship of one-to-one. It's about releasing old patterns on all fronts. So if you're focused on the fact that there's the relationship, Ace of Cups, something new coming, that you're not seeing yet. It's from underneath. This is a fairy tale. This is a belief system that is, it's romantic. It's not, it might be viewed as not harmful because it's sweet and lovely, but it's also not seeing people clearly, that's an issue, and you're not recognizing red flags when they show up. That can be an issue for people. Being in balance allows you to see more clearly, see people more clearly, okay? So near future, Knight of Wands, okay. Somebody else coming on the path, Sag energy, might not see them. Let's see, recent past. Okay, so you're in the new beginning energy. This is something, let's see, I want to do one thing here. before we move on. This Angel Answers deck has some interesting cards that revolve around timing. So I want to use this because I think it gives a good sense of it. All right, so this is a collective message. This is a collective message, which makes timing really challenging because you're all on your own time path, okay? All right, so share with me a little bit more about timing. Because I feel this person's moving up fast, this Knight of Wands. Woo, again, I got this a year from now. Remember that? I did a reading the other day. Oh, it was the live reading on Friday. And the year from now came up, especially as it related to twin flame. So over the course of this next year, this is already started. This is going to be a process of seeing and learning and opening up to new truths, okay? About relationship, about money, your work, uh-huh, High Priestess. You're being given a year to build something new for yourself, okay? You're being given a year. This year is the purging year of letting things go, and new things are coming in. All right, how people see you. 8 of Cups. Walking away from something traditional. Walking away from the thing that maybe has worked for you in the past, but no longer does. What's right in front of you. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is about massive abundance getting ready to come in as you purge the things that are blocking it. There's things blocking it. So over the course of this year, more and more, the purging of these things that keep you in feeling powerless, right? You're being liberated from them. This is a breakthrough, right? Breaking through. Something is revealed, a breakthrough. Yeah. This can also be breaking through old patterns of family belief systems. Hopes and fears. 7 of Cups. When there is confusion, and there still will be, likely this week feels a little bit like this to me. It's kind of like embrace the unknown. Embrace the thing that's not settled yet. You still don't know exactly how this is going to unfold, and it's okay. Make it okay to be in a little ambiguity. It's going to be harder for some of you than others. Some of us are fine with ambiguity. Some of us struggle with it. Some of us are like, Which category do you fall into? Outcome. Wow. Strength. Leo energy. This summer, this is what you're learning to do. Tame the inner beast, the beasties of anxiety, of monkey mind, of lack of belief in your own capabilities, doubt, self-doubt, low self-confidence, low self-esteem. You're overcoming this. Definitely overcoming this. I want one about this Knight of Wands here. King of Pentacles. All right, cool. So for some of you, I believe that you are becoming the King of Pentacles for yourself. Very stable. It's likely an old pattern of attachment will come back around. This is something that you see clearly now. You may not be swayed as easily because you're stronger now. Much stronger. Okay? Much stronger. That whole thing that has been plaguing you, the attachment, the negative attachment, if you do this work, okay, you're doing this work of building yourself and opening to spiritual source, removing self-doubt. As you're doing that, you become much stronger. So it's likely the person you are in twin relationship with, or you've connected with in that twin energy, that person is likely to come back around again. I feel like you'll see them much more clearly the second time. Okay, this is kind of a specific message for some of you here. Okay, so one more thing before we go. I hope this is a good Monday morning message for you. This seems bigger to me than Monday morning. Is it really Monday morning? Timelines are collapsing. Honeymoon, chemistry, true love, attraction. You're in a different place. When this person comes back around, you are in a different place. You might be like this right now. Okay, you might be like this right now. Resistant, attachment focused, all of this stuff. But doing the balance, doing this yin and yang, and paying attention to your dreams, doing the journaling, this is what is needing to happen now. It's like it's like an enforced self-reflection. And where you're going is this. Much more powerful, much stronger in a lot of ways, financially, spiritually, emotionally. You're not the person who's afraid of either relationship or afraid of attachment, afraid of connecting with this person again. It just doesn't have the same feeling for you at all. Just doesn't have the same feeling. Okay, so releasing is what's on the table for this week. There is a true love ahead. There's still some things to clean up before that person comes in. Okay? All right, my darlings. See you tomorrow.